Hello, 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 Ninja Warriors. Am I audible? Am I audible, everyone? All right, all right. Okay. So today we are going to solve 10 questions from functions. Okay. I can see you all already. Let me see who all are there. Okay. So I can see Taneshwari. Hi, hello. I am absolutely fine, Taneshwari, now. Then we have संदीप. किसी को हिंदी आती है यहाँ पर? Sandeep, unfortunately, I am to going to speak in English. Okay, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. You decide, because this is a dedicated channel for non-Hindi speaking students. Okay. Then we are having Nitilan. Then we are having, ma'am, I'm starting my prep now. What is the best book to buy for my prep? I am in Vedantu 2. See this. So this is a different topic. Which book to buy? So I have already made a video. Last year I have made a video that with whether to buy anything or not. Category wise, if you go to the coaching, you already have your coaching modules, then less likely I will suggest you to buy any book. Okay. When will you teach geometry? Soon I am going to teach geometry. Then we are having Taneshwari. I am absolutely fine now. Thank you for asking. Keep joining, keep coming, and make sure that you hit the like button. Okay. All right. So how is everything going? I hope that you have utilized your weekend at least. And you have solved, practiced, and studied a lot for your JEE prep. No more backlogs. Hi Bhanu Sai, I am new to the session. Yes. So for new joinees or new joiners, we have started taking regular practice session 10 o'clock daily, and we solve 10 questions from Black Book regularly daily. Okay. All right. Please make this session long. See, that's the whole idea of this session. If we make session long, then that means the idea will get like problematic. The whole point is half an hour, 45 minutes daily practice, so that it doesn't become too much headache for us also. And maintaining regularity is the key and for this session. So regular sessions, regular 10 questions, daily 10 questions we are going to solve. And you know what? That will give you the compounded effect. Okay. Okay. Yes. All right. Okay. Chalo, let's start today's session. How excited are you? How excited are you? If you're excited, do make sure that you like the session. Okay. Chalo, we are going to go take smart board route, and we are here 10 functions questions from Black Book. Okay. All right. Let's start. Let's dive into the very first question over here. Okay. So which question should I take first? I am thinking. Okay. We are having, okay, this is also here. Okay. Chalo, let's start with the first question itself. Let's start with the range of the function. Range of the function. Okay. Let's start with the range of the function. Okay. Yes. PDF will get uploaded. Don't worry about it. Yes. Range of this function is what we need to figure out. Okay. But you know what? This is for 12th or 11th. This is for both JEE aspirants. Function is a common topic for 2026, I think, and for 2027 also. Yes. So range of this function fx is equals to log 2 minus. Okay. So whenever you have to calculate range, okay, domain ke liye to there is a technique. But whenever you have to calculate range, you have to talk about domain first. Okay. That will help you. Just one thing, I just want to understand what is going to be there inside the logarithm. Okay. So I'll be like 16 sine square x plus 1. Okay, first of all, tell me 16 sine square x plus 1. Can anybody tell me the range of 16 sine square x plus 1? 16 sine square x plus 1, I think sine square x is lying between 0 and 1. So if you put 0, so this expression will become 1. That is going to be minimum value of 16 sine square x plus 1. Okay. And if I put sine square x as 1, see, sine square x is lying between 0 and 1. Yes or no? So minimum I can put 0. So 0 plus 1 is 1. And maximum I can put what? Sine square x is 1, no? So 16 plus 1, 17. Okay. So 16 sine square x plus 1 lie between 1 to 17. Okay. All right. Chalo, let's keep it aside. Now one thing I can see one thing. Okay, one thing I can see from here, that there is this expression inside the log. Okay, there is this expression inside the log. Don't you think that this red box should always be positive no matter what? This red box should always be positive. So can I write 2 minus log of root 2 and then 16 sine square x plus 1? Can I do that? That this should be greater than 0. Okay, so log root 2 will go here. So 2 greater than log of root 2, 16 sine square x plus 1. Okay, log root 2. Now, just tell me one thing, that this 2 can be written down as log root 2 square. Can I do that? Can I do that? Yes, this 2 will come in front. It will become this. So it is greater than log of root 2, 16 sine square x plus 1. Okay. Now tell me, I have told you, logarithmic inequality. Root 2 is a base which is greater than 1. Root 2 value is what? Tell me, 1.4 something, which is greater than 1. So both side I can remove log. So this is root 2 square 2 and this is greater than, then this is 16 sine square x plus 1. Okay. So can you see that 1 is greater than 16 sine square x? So sine square x will be greater than 1 by 16. Oops. That means I have done a mistake over here. Sine square x, I cannot put 0. Sine square x, the minimum value of sine square x is 1 by 16. I can put 1 by 16 over here. If I put 1 by 16, 1 by 16, 1 by 6, 1 plus 1. So this is going to be 2. And you know what? Strictly greater than 2. Strict sign will be there. Why strict sign? Tell me. Sine square x can never be equal to 1 by 16. Okay. See, we know that sine square x is greater than 1 by 16 and less than or equals to 1. So strictly greater than 1 by 16, I am going to put 1 by 16 as a minimum thing. Okay. And minimum if I put 16 by 16, 1 plus 1, 2. But strict sign will be there. Why? Because 1 by 16 is not allowed. Okay. 1 by 16 is not allowed. Okay. So, oops. Maybe I have made a mistake. Sine square x, yes. Sorry. Mistake. So, this is actually sine square x should be less than 1 by 16. Oops. Now, I think the game will be changed. Now, I think game will be changed. Sine square x is always greater than or equals to 0, but it is less than 1 by 16. Yes. So, now 16. Okay, now 16 sine square. Anyway, I don't have to know this. Okay. No, actually, I have to know this. 16 sine square x plus 1. Now, tell me the range of this. Now, can anybody tell me the range of this? If you put 0, Then what will happen? 0 to 1. So this is less greater than or equals to 0. Now strict sign. Now you put 1 by 16. So this is what? 2. So this whole thing, now what is happening? See, this thing inside the green is lying between 0 to 2. You can put 0. So if you put 0, let's understand what is happening. Now put 0. So if you put 0, okay, so log of 2 minus log of root 2, and this whole thing become just 0. And you know what? 0 also you can never put. 0 you can 16 sine square x plus 1 should be strictly, oops, if you put 0, if you put 1 by 16, see if you put 0 it will become 1, no? Sorry, this is 1, not 0. 1, 1, 1. 1. Now it's correct, now. So now you have to put 1. Okay, putting this value as 1. So I am putting this as 1. This will be 1. So just put this as 1. So what will it become? Tell me. So ma'am, log 1 is 0. So this is going to give you 1. Okay. Second thing. Now if you put 2, what will happen? Log of base 2, and this is 2 minus log of root 2, and now this value, this place will be 2. Okay. So what will happen? Tell me. This is what? Root 2 square. 2 minus 2, 0. So log 0 is actually minus infinity. So log 0 will tend to minus infinity. The answer is minus infinity to 1. Option B is absolutely right. Okay. Alrighty. Yes. So one more time, let me repeat. What I did was, I was like, okay, log, and there is this whole thing. So whatever is there inside the log, it should be strictly greater than 0. So which I already did. Now this thing will go on the right hand side. So log 16 sine square x root 2. Now I was like, okay, to solve this inequality, what I want? To solve this inequality, I want the left hand side to be in terms of log, and base should be root 2. So it will be log root 2 square root 2. Now log will get removed, everyone. Okay, and in fact, base is greater than 1, now, so there will be no sign change. Just remove it. So 2 is greater than 16 sine square x plus 1. Then it will become 1 greater than 16 sine square. Sine square x is less than 1 by 16 and strictly greater than 0. Now put the value and understand. Sine square x, if you put 0, what will happen? Ma'am, if I put 0, it will be 0 plus 1. Log 1 is 0. So it is log 2 to the base 2, which is 1. Okay. And now if you put sine square x is equals to 1 by 16. Although we cannot put because there is a strict sign, but still we are just checking 1 by 16 if I do. So ma'am, sine square x is 1 by 16, 1 plus 1, this is 2. This is 2. So log root 2 and 2 will become what? This whole thing will become 2. This whole thing will become 2. So 2 minus 2, 0. So log 0 is minus infinity. So minimum value is coming out as minus infinity, maximum value is coming out as 1, and you are good to go. Okay. Are we ready for the next question? Next question is from the world of GIF and fractional part. Greatest integer function and fractional part, everyone. Okay. Yes. All right. Chalo, let's start. So, see, for the time being in this thing, I am going to put fractional part as t. Can I do that, everyone? Can I do that? Yes. So that I can actually apply wavy curve method. Now that if you do that, this will become a clear-cut problem of wavy curve method. Can you solve it and let me know the interval of t? So 0, then we have 1, then we have minus 2. 3 critical points. Okay, wavy curve will look like this: plus, minus, plus, and minus. You are looking for greater. So these two intervals will be there. Finally, t belongs to minus 2 to 0. Okay, and union 1 to infinity. Okay, Solution of inequation. Now solution of inequation they are saying. Is it correct? Tell me. X, then, okay, -2. Correct? T belongs to -2 to 0 union 1 to infinity. Okay. Now understand this. See, so fractional part of x belongs to the same thing. See, fractional part of x is nothing but t, no? Now let me create a graph of fractional part of x. Can I do that? You know the graph of fractional part of x. Graph of fractional part of x. We already know that fractional part of x is always positive. So fractional part of x is always positive and can never be any integer also. So fractional part of x can never be -2, can never be -2, -1, negative, so we have to reject. So fractional part of x, okay, fractional part of x can become what now, tell me. So ma'am, fractional part of x, negative so you reject, you can take 0, okay, it can be 0. And fractional part of x can never be 1, it can never be 1. And it is never greater than 1 also. The range of fractional part of x is between, see, I'll tell you. Fractional part of x है ना, वो 0 to 1. It can only become 0 to 1. Okay, so only it can, now can you see that it can never become 1 also. 1 is also not allowed. So fractional part of x can never be this. Understand? Out of all these values, this is also not possible. This is so definitely not possible. What about this? Negative part is rejected, only 0 can be there. Fractional part of x will only become 0. Now you tell me when exactly the fractional part of x becomes 0. When exactly? So ma'am, fractional part of x only becomes 0. The fraction part only becomes 0 when your x is an integer. That's it. If x is 1, then fractional part of x is 0. X is 2, fractional part of x is 0. See, if ever you write 1.5, then fractional part of x will exist. But I want my fractional part of x to become 0, and that is only possible when you are having x is equals to integer. Yes, Utsavraj, absolutely wrong, Utsavraj. X belongs to 0 to 1. So option B is absolutely right. Okay. Next question is based on inverse of a function. Inverse of a function. Are you solving it? Third question of the day. Okay. So inverse of a function, how do you get? Do you know the steps to get inverse of a function? Let me tell you. Okay. Let me tell you how to get the inverse of any function. The step number 1 is, see, first of all, y is given in terms of x. Can you see that? Y is given in the terms of x, right? This is what is given. How to find inverse of any function? So there are some steps involved. First step is you have to get the value of x in terms of y. Right now what is happening? Right now value of y is given in completely in terms of x. Now you have to reverse the scenario. Calculate x in complete terms of y. How are we going to do that? Let me tell you. Shift everything to the left hand side. X square minus 4x plus y is equals to 0. So this is a quadratic equation, right? This is a quadratic equation. Okay. So now solve this quadratic equation. Do you remember quadratic formula? How many of you do remember this? X is equals to 4 plus minus 16 minus 4, and this is constant y, c, upon 2. Okay, do not panic if I cancel the terms in my NinJa way. Okay, this is how I'm going to cancel. Then this is 1 plus minus root 4 minus y. So now ma'am, you told us that get the value of x completely in terms of y, and we did that. In fact ma'am, I am getting two values. x is either 1 plus 4 minus y and x is 1 plus 1 minus, right? Ma'am, which one is the correct one? Which one will be the correct one? Okay, see, this is still, right now this is still a function. In function, what is happening? This is the value of x and this is the value of y. Okay, since inverse they are talking about, I am assuming that function is 1, 1 as well as on 2. Do you remember? Inverse of a function only exists whenever the function is 1, 1 and on 2. Okay, so minus infinity to 2. See, x value, the value of x, can you see? The value of x is actually minus infinity to 2. Okay, so just tell me one thing, that this x can never be negative. See, this will always be positive. Always positive, yes or no? Because 1 is positive plus root will also be positive. But you know what? X is actually negative. If you see here, x is negative. Here x is negative. That means this is rejected. This is accepted. In fact, y also, if you put y is equals to 0, see what is going to happen. If I put y is equals to 0, then it will be 1 minus 2x will be minus 1. Minus 1 is only available here. But here there will be no negative term. So obviously this is rejected. This is our main thing. Now the next step. See, inverse, how you calculate? Step number 1, just write it down. Step number 2, get the value of x in terms of y. So I have selected my x in terms of y. Now the next step, interchange x and y. Interchange x and y. So y is equals to 1 minus square root 4 minus x, and this is nothing but inverse of f. With a little bit brain we are applying. It is 2, ma'am, not 1. It is 2, ma'am, not 1. It is 2, ma'am, not 1. 1 minus, oh, oops, yes, 2. Yes, this is 2. This is 2. 2 minus root 4 minus x. So 2 minus option A. Option A, everyone? Yes? Good to go. Good to go. And if you have not liked the session, you have to like it, okay? Next question on your screen. Are we ready for it? Rational function. Now the question is, f is this, fx is given to you. This is, by the way, rational function, okay? Then the complete value of a such that fx is on 2. Tell me, number 1 interpretation. Number 1 information, fx is on 2. Tell me, what do you infer from this information? What do you get, extract from this information? What happens when function is an onto function? Clearly, range is equals to domain. Sorry, range and codomain are equal. Range and codomain are equal. Where is codomain? This set is codomain. The second set, f of a to b, this is always codomain. That means codomain is all real values. So range is also all real values. So range of this function will be y belongs to minus infinity to infinity. So now I got to know the range of this function. And you know what? I have taken a separate session of how to calculate range of a rational function. How many of you know that? This is a rational function and you have to calculate range of the rational function. How to do that? Let me tell you. Okay, you have to cross multiply. So y is equals to x square plus ax plus 1 upon x square plus x plus 1. Now what you have to do is, there are few steps you have to follow to get range of quadratic by quadratic. What are the steps? Number 1 step, cross multiply and make quadratic equation in x. So let's do it. Cross multiply. Xy square plus xy plus y is equals to x square plus ax plus 1. Make quadratic in x. So ma'am, how to make quadratic? Let us understand. See, this is xy square nahi hai, x square into y. So this is x square, this is x square. So y minus 1 x square plus xy ax. So this is y minus a x plus y minus 1 is equals to 0. So ma'am, you told me that quadratic equation, quadratic by quadratic. How to calculate range? First step, cross multiply and make a quadratic in x. Ma'am, I did that. Now what to do? The next step is, you want x to be real, right? You want x to be real number. X can never be imaginary. And you want the value of y. You are calculating range, right? Discriminant. The next step is discriminant greater than or equal to 0. So discriminant y minus a whole square minus 4 times y minus 1 whole square greater than or equals to 0. Okay, open it. See, open it. So this is y square plus a square minus 2ay minus 4y square plus 1 minus 2y greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So y square minus 4y square is minus 3y square. Okay. Minus 2ay plus 8y. So minus 2ay plus 8y. So plus 8 minus 2a times y. And the next thing is plus a square and minus 4 is greater than or equal to 0. See, negative y square coefficient we don't like. Multiply it with negative sign. So 3y square plus 2a minus 8 times y plus 4 minus a square less than or equals to 0. Now, any quadratic, am I doing right? Am I doing right? Discriminant greater than or equal to 0. Hold on. Cross multiply I did. Then y minus 1 x square plus y minus a x. Correct? Plus y minus 1 absolutely is equals to 0. So discriminant b square minus 4 AC. Clear? Discriminant is greater than or equals to 0. So minus 3y square, this is greater than. Now this is what we want as less than 0. Oops. This is a quadratic equation in quadratic expression, which is, it can never be less than 0, right? Because leading coefficient, okay. So actually, oops, yes, we are absolutely right. Can you see that, understand what happened with me right now. What happened with me? Oh my God, this is a very good question. I didn't even realize. Tell me. Okay, I was like, okay, let's create this equation and then tell me, quadratic equation, all 2027 aspirants, you tell me now, any quadratic expression is less than 0. Any quadratic expression strictly always less than 0. Okay, let me know when can it happen. Always less than 0. Let me know when can this happen. This can only happen if you have this situation. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? Okay. Yes. So which is not possible now? See, 3y square. Leading coefficient is positive and you are saying that you want a downward opening parabola for this. This combination even it is not possible. Option D is absolute. And now see, you will be like, ma'am, hold on. Less than 0 is not possible. Equal to 0. What about equal to 0? Yes. Now equal to 0, that means quadratic equation in y is equal to 0. So you will only get 2 values of y. So this will give me 2 values of y in the range. This will give me 2 values of y in the range. But my range is minus infinity to plus infinity. 2 values of y I will get. Is it even possible? Is it even matching? Not at all. So this is absolutely Wrong. What I wanted was finally, see reverse, this is a reverse question. They are giving me range. Okay, so this is only possible when eventually in the end, my quadratic, this quadratic discriminant becomes less than 0. Okay, then only it is possible, but this less than 0 is not even possible. So option D, absolutely right. Gotcha everyone? Yes. Okay, now the next question. Number of elements in the range of this. Number of, oops, this is a very good question, I think. Number of elements in the range of fx is equals to x upon 15 GIF and minus 15 by x GIF, where x belongs to 0 to 90. Okay, 0 to 90. Let's see what happens with this question. Let's understand. Okay, first of all, tell me, if your x, see, if your x is lying between 0 to 15, understand this. If your x is lying between 0 to 15, so x by 15, if, then x by 15 will become what? Will lie between less than 1 and equals to 0. Yes or no? I am saying if your x is either 0 or even 1, 2, 3, change the numbers, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, just 15, not 15, just 15, less than, slightly less than 15. So this x by 15 will become a fraction. Yes or no? It will be always be 0 point something. Yes or no? See, if I put any number between 0 to 15 and I put it here, my x by 15 will always be a fraction. Agree or not? So x by 15 is lying between 0 to 1. So GIF of 0 to 1 will give you 0. So now for x belongs to 0 to 15, at least this thing is becoming 0. Now 0 multiply anything will be 0. So fx will become what? So what does that mean? This implies f of x is equals to 0 for this particular thing. Okay, fx is becoming 0. So now I am getting the very first element of the range. Okay, we are just talking about this x. We are starting from 0. In fact, 0 is not even allowed. So okay, open bracket. So we are starting from the very beginning. Start putting the value of x and you will realize what I am trying to say. Now similarly, you will be like, ma'am, okay, second thing, now put x belongs to, so 0 to 15, this is happening. Let's go ahead, talk about 15 to 30 now. What is going to happen between 15 to 30? So ma'am, when x is between 15 to 30, so the moment you put 15, so ma'am, x is equals to 15. So 15 by 15 is 1. Okay, so your x by 15, see, if you put 15, it will become 1. If you put 16, then 16 by 15 is 1 point something. If you just put 30, tell me, 30 by 15, you will just get 2. So x by 15 will stay between 1 and 2, yes or no? X by 15 will stay between 1 and 2, right or wrong? See, if you put 15 over here, 15 over here, x by 15. So 15 you put, you will get 1. 30 you put, 30 by 15 you will get just 2. And if you put 16, 1 point something. 17, 1 point something. 18, 1 point something. 20 pay, 20 by 15 is what? 1 point something. 25 by 15, 1 point something. So now GIF of anything between 1 to 2 will become just 1. So this is going to become 1. What about this? Can anybody explain it to me? What is going to happen with this? So ma'am, for this, if you put, so 15 by x you are asking, right? So if you put x is equals to just 15, it will become minus 1. First of all, at 15, okay, so minus 15 by x. Just start putting 15 over here. So if you put 15, minus 15 by 15 will become minus 1. So this is going to become minus 1. If you put 16, tell me what is going to happen, ma'am. If I put 16 now, so minus 15 by 16 will be, ma'am, minus point something, minus 0 point something. Minus 0 point something, GIF is again minus 1. And in fact, You are going to get this value as -1 in this interval. You put anything. You want to put 20. So 15 by 20 is a fraction. Negative fraction GIF, -1. So in this interval, you will get this as +1 and this as -1. So overall, fx is going to give you 1 into -1, which is just -1. So this is what you're going to get. Are you understanding? Okay, third. X belongs to 30 to 45. Okay, so now you got the drill. Now, you know what we have to do? You just have to put this. You just have to put 0. You put 0, you will get your, you can't put 0 because x is over here. But yes, if you put just 0 point something, now you will get fx is equals to 0. Put x is equals to 15. Now put x is equals to 30. If you put 30, what will happen? 30 by 15. So fx is equals to 30 by 15, 2, and 15 by 30. 15 by 30. Hold on, ma'am. You're saying 15 by 30. 15 by 30 is, ma'am, minus fraction again. GIF of minus fraction is -1. 2 into -1, so -2 you're going to get. Fourth, if you put 45, so x belongs to 45 to 60, my dear students. 45 to 60. So just put 45, you will get your answer 45. 45 by 15. So fx will be what? 3 into again -1. See, this is the fixed. Now this has become absolutely fixed. This is going to be -1. Okay, fifth. X belongs to 60 to 75. So now put 60. 60 by 15. So fx will be 4 into -1. So -4. And now 75 to 90. Sixth. X belongs to 75 to 90. What will happen? Fx will be -5. So it will be 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. 6 values, option B. Okay? Yes? Difficult? Just give me difficult, easy. See, if you know GIF, na, then this question is not that very difficult. Not very difficult. Just understand two things. First thing, see, if you have 0 point something in GIF, you will get 0. Okay, concept. If you have 1 point something inside GIX, you will get 1. Now, if you have -0 point something inside GIF, now you will always get -1. Just like that. Okay? Moderate Utsav Raj is saying, okay. Alrighty, next question on your screen. This is slightly easy, okay. Now, which of the following is not an odd function? Please make sure that you notice that not, okay. Not an odd function, okay. All right, so A. Let's replace x by -x and see what happens. So, ma'am, this is log. Okay, let's do one thing. First of all, before replacing, oops. I don't even know. Hashtag concept every JEE aspirant know. X power 4 plus x square plus 1. This is a very popular expression. Especially you have seen this. And JEE 2027 aspirants, don't complain that, ma'am, I am from 2027. Okay, because this expression, if you have practiced enough, this x power 4 plus x square plus 1, you must have seen, especially in sequence and series. Okay, if not, then NinJa ma'am is going to teach you today. Okay, so many times this was asked in JEE Main PY. factorization, I have added 1x square to it and I have subtracted 1x square. Can I do that? Add 1x square. So if you add, it will become 2x square. Okay. And if you subtract, subtraction is written over here. Okay. All right. Now, can you tell me what is this? This is a perfect square. X square plus 1 whole square minus x whole square. A square minus b square. So it is a plus b and a minus b. Correct? So x square plus x plus 1, x square minus x plus 1. Am I audible now? I hope I am audible. Alright, so understand what I am trying to do over here. Okay, so concept is this and this is what we are getting. So now I am going to solve this. So this is log of x power 4 is x square plus x plus 1 and x square minus x plus 1 whole upon x square plus x plus 1 whole square. Okay. Alright, so this is log of, finally what are you going to get? Tell me. So this is log of x square, oops. Finally what are you going to get? Tell me. Log of x square minus x plus 1 upon x square plus x plus 1. Now we have to talk about whether this is, an odd function or not. Okay. So now log of x square minus x plus 1 and x square plus x plus 1, if this is your fx. Okay. What is the condition of odd function? Can anybody tell me? If f of minus x is becoming minus fx. Yes, astrophysics. X square plus 1 whole square, square it. What will you get? X square plus 1 whole square is what? You will get this now. Open the square, you will understand. Okay. Open the square, you will understand. Now this is your final. Right now, till now, have I done anything related to functions? No. I have just factorized and cancelled and obtained a simplified version of my function for option A. Correct? Now replace x by minus x. So f of minus x will become what, ma'am? So replace x by minus x. So log of x square plus x plus 1, x square minus x plus 1. Okay? F of minus x is this. F of minus x is this. Now understand, I will do one thing. I will take reciprocal of this. Let's do it. Log of, if I take reciprocal, can I write x square minus x plus 1 upon x square plus x plus 1 power minus 1. See, I have reversed it just like this. Say 2 by 3 is nothing but 3 by 2 power minus 1. Can I write this? So I have just reversed it and apply power minus 1. And you know what? This power minus 1 will come in front. So this is becoming negative. So f of minus x eventually, can you see, is minus f of x. So this is an odd function. Watch it. Have a look. Option A is absolutely an odd function. Okay. So which of the following is not odd? So A to is odd. Okay. Now signum function. Signum function in itself. Okay. Signum function is in itself is an odd function. Suppose this is your fx. Okay. So tell me, if you replace x by minus x, f of minus x will become what? Signum of signum minus x. Signum is an odd function. Signum minus x is minus signum x and minus, so it is actually an odd function. Okay, minus sign will come out and it will be minus signum x, hence it is an odd function. Now, what about this? If you replace x by minus x, what will happen, ma'am? Tan minus x. tan minus x will become minus tan x. Sine is also an odd function. Throw sine minus tan x will become minus tan x. So this is also odd function. Okay. Fx. Okay. Where fx plus f of, okay. Now this is a functional equation, class 12th. Class 12th. Okay. Functional equation. Okay. I have taught you this in the last class. The moment you see this, there are only two functions in the whole universe which will satisfy this functional equation, and that is going to be 1 plus minus x power n. 1 plus minus x power n. Now they are saying that one information is given to you. F of 2 is 33. Okay. So with this information, can I do this thing? See, f of 2, put f of 2. So f of 2, which is what? 1 plus minus 2 power n is equals to 33. Just tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. First of all, it is so obvious that minus sign is rejected. Negative sign will never match. Okay, so minus is rejected. Minus will not be there, and n is 32. So n is 32. That means f of x is actually, so n is what? Sorry, n is 5. So that 32 plus 1 is 33. So fx is 1 plus x power 5. This is what your fx is, option D mein. Okay. Now tell me, f of minus x will be what, ma'am? 1 minus x power 5, which is not equals to f of minus, which is not equals to minus fx. So not an odd function. Not an odd function. So option D is not at all odd. It is, by the way, not even, but not at all odd as well. Okay. So hence this is a odd function. Okay. Hi Abhijit. Yes, we are doing slightly class 12th over here, and I just don't feel that it will be very easy on you. It will be very brutal session for you. Yes. But if you want to join, you are free to do that, but at your own risk. Okay. Okay, gx be the inverse. Basically, this question is talking about calculate inverse of this function. Okay. We need to calculate inverse of this function. I have told you simple rules to calculate inverse of any function. The very first thing is get the value of x completely in terms of y. Okay. One by one we will do that. Okay. So f of x is 2 power x plus 1. Can I do one thing? This is equals to y. Okay. 2 power x plus 1. So this is 2 power x and 2 power 1 minus. This is 2 power 1 and 2 power minus x. This is 2 power x plus 2 power minus x. Okay. Alright. So y is actually equals to, if you take 2 common, 2 power x minus 2 power minus x. 2 power x plus 2 power minus x. This is what we are getting. Now I'll do one thing. Put 2 power x is equals to t, and also 2 power minus x will become 1 upon 2 power x. That is going to be 1 by t. Okay. For the time being, can I do that? Yes. So now y is equals to 2, and this is what? T minus 1 by t, and this is t plus 1 by t. Okay. Right. Solve it. So this will give you y, which is equals to 2 t square minus 1 upon t square plus 1. Okay. All right. Chalo. Y is equals to 2 t square minus 1 upon t square plus 1. Now what do you want? Eventually you want to calculate inverse. Now what are the steps? Steps is very simple. You want x in terms of y. But ma'am, x so you have put at 2 power x as t. So yes, get t in terms of y now. Then eventually we'll talk about x also. So get t in terms of y. So for that, cross multiply and collect the term of t square, get in terms of y. So just do it, okay? So this is yt square plus y is equals to 2t square minus 2. Now collect the terms of t square. So y minus 2, t square is equals to minus 2 minus y. T square completely you got in terms of y. See, y plus 2, or you can say minus sign if you adjust now. Y plus 2 need 2 plus y and 2 minus y. Yes? Okay, this is t square. Now put the value of t. Now is the time you should put the value of t. What is t? Go back, check. Ma'am, 2 power x is t. So put now 2 power x whole square is your 2 plus y upon 2 minus y. Or you can say 2 power 2x is 2 plus y upon 2 minus y. What is the agenda? Getting the value of x completely in terms of y. Don't forget the final goal, okay, for which you are struggling with. Okay, now what to do? Taking logarithm both the sides will help. Whenever you see something logarithm, something power something, take logarithm, especially when the power is in variable. So now taking logarithm, so log of 2 to the, so 2x will come. See, if you take log here now, and if you also take log, so 2x will come in front. 2x log 2 is equals to log of 2 plus y upon 2 minus y. Okay. Now understand what is happening. See, you wanted x in terms of y, which you are already getting. X will stay here. This will be 1 by 2 log of 2 plus y upon 2 minus y upon log 2. Do you remember base changing theorem? Anyone remembering base changing theorem? So x is 1 by 2 log of base will be 2 and this is 2 plus y upon 2 minus y. The final step will be exchanging x and y, interchanging x and y. So y is equals to half log 2 plus x upon 2 minus x. So y is equals to half. Can you see option A will match if I just interchange? Oops, no. Is it even matching? Half is there, right? This half needs to go away, kya? 2 plus x. Hold on. Have I done any mistake over here? Let me check. T square, 2 power x, 2x will come in front. Base will be 2. Half will be there. Okay. 2 was already there. Got adjusted. Okay, this half 2. I think we are good, right? I think option A. This half is there or not? I just want to check. Half should be there or not? 2 is there, half should be there. So half and log 2. Half will be there and log 2. Yes, I think option A should be the correct answer. 2 plus x upon 2 minus x. What do you think? Yes? Everybody? Okay. So option C is absolutely correct. Now the next question is all about domain, but slightly again black book variation will be there. Okay. The domain of fx is given as 0 to 1. Therefore, the domain of f e power x plus f ln mod x is what? Okay, is what? Okay, let's understand. Let's see. So understand one thing, domain of fx is 0 to 1. That means input of f. See, this thing should always be 0 to 1. So whatever expression you are going to put inside f, that will be strictly between 0 to 1. So here can you see e power x? This should always be between 0 to 1 and log of mod of x should always be between 0 to 1. First thing and second thing. Now tell me, see, e power x to ma'am is always positive. So we don't have to worry about this. But e power x, okay, less than 1. So e power x less than 1. E power x less than e power 0, can I write? So for this, x will always be less than 0. Now let's talk about this. Log of mod x. Log of mod x, right? Let's solve this inequality. Base is e. So can I, 0 can be written down as log 1 less than log of mod x, solving this inequality. And this is what? Log of, e to the base, this is log e, ln e. Can I write ln e, everyone? Yes. So now, mod x is actually lying between 1 and e. Mod x is lying between 1 and e. You know what? E is 2 point something. So mod x, so this is your 1 and this is your e. So mod x is lying between 1 and e strictly. What does that mean? Your x will be what? Lying between 1 and e and minus 1 and e also. So x is between 1 and e and it will be minus e and minus 1. So your x is this. This is your x. This is your x belongs to. Okay. X belongs to minus e to minus 1 union 1 to e. This is what you're going to get. But you know what? The first thing is saying x is less than 0. The first thing is saying that x is less than 0. So x is less than 0. That means this is rejected now. So only this thing will be there, minus e to minus 1, and hence option B will be absolutely right. Are you getting it? Are you understanding it? Okay. Last two questions of the day. Are we ready for the last two questions? Take a sip, take a deep breath, recharge yourself, because today is actually the where is Jack? Jack, huh? In the last class, he was saying, ma'am, is difficult question, easy question. Now, I think all the people who were asking for difficult questions are not there in the session itself. Chalo, fx is this, x upon square root 1 plus x square. F of x, composite function. So what to do in such questions? Pattern based question. Obviously n times. You can't be doing f of x n times. Just one or twice so that you understand the pattern. Fx is given. Let's calculate f of x. Okay. So just replace. How to calculate f of x? Just replace x by fx everywhere in this planet. This planet means this box. Just replace x by fx everywhere. So f of x. F of x. 1 plus fx square. Okay. Now put the value of fx. Slowly, go slowly. Don't make any mistake. Fx is this whole thing. Whole upon square root of 1 plus. Now one more time. X upon square root 1 plus x square and whole square. Can you see? I did nothing. Just fx being replaced by this whole thing and this fx replaced by whole thing. Take LCM, solve it out. Okay. This is f of x. Okay. So now this is f of x. X upon square root 1 plus x square whole upon. Now since this is square, what will happen? See, square and root is gone. So 1 plus x square plus x square. So this is going to give you what? 1 plus 2x square and 1 plus x square. Okay. So clearly, see, this is also inside the root. This is also inside the root. So this is x upon 1 plus 2x square. So I can clearly see, I think f of, when we do it for the third time, by the way, you should do it at least twice. But when you're going to do for at least third time, then what you're going to get is 1 up, so x upon 1 plus 3x square, this is a root, yes. Okay, 3 times f, there will be 3. 4 times f, there will be 4. Okay, all right. So D is clearly incorrect. Why? Because this x is simply x. Nx is wrong. This is wrong, my dear students. This can never be the correct option because n is not there. My answer will be what? My answer will be, this is actually x upon 1 plus nx square square root. Okay, all right. So this is also wrong. Okay, why this is wrong? Because see, if you put r is equals to, see, if you put, so this is actually 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. This is wrong because this is n plus 1 by 2. n plus 1 by 2. I need n. So this is also wrong. What about this? Sigma 1. This is actually n. And if this is n, x upon square root 1 plus nx square, option B is absolutely correct. Yes, Ilamuhil. Good evening. Good evening. D now. This follow pattern till n times. No. Every time. Can you see? Notice. Even if there is f of x, there is still x in the numerator. That is why D is wrong. Just because of this n. Okay. Alrighty. Last question ready? How many of you are ready for the last question? Before last question, can anybody tell me the value of square root of 2? Square root of 2. Square root of 2 is 1.414. Keep that in mind. Okay? Keep that in mind. This is a very easy question, not a very difficult question. Okay? Last question of the day. Fx is actually fractional part of x. Okay? Now understand. This x plus 1. This is the property. Who was there in the second session of functions? Who would have known this? Types of functions. I told you. The property. Fractional part of x plus any integer is directly can be written down as fractional part of x. This is the property. So you know what? This 1, you can just remove this 1 just like that. Any integer inside the fractional part, you can just remove it. Bye-bye, tata. Go, please go away. So this is fractional part of x. This is also fractional part of x. This is also fractional part of x. This is also fractional part of x. So this is x plus 0, x plus 1, x plus 19. And how many brackets are there? 100 brackets. 100 brackets. Okay. So actually this is 100 fractional part of x. How many times? So this is fractional part of x plus fractional part of x and all the way up to fractional part of x. How many times? So fx is equals to 100 times fractional part of x. Now what they are asking? F of root 2 GIF. You want f of root 2 GIF. So f of root 2, let's calculate. So this is 100 and root 2 is 1.414. Now tell me. 1.414 fractional part will be what? 0.41 into 414 into 100. So this is going to give you what? 41.4 is f of root 2. Now if you want to take greatest integer function, that is going to give you what? GIF of 41.4, which is nothing but 41, option C. Okay. Alrighty. Yes. Alright, Rakesh. If you feel so, what can I do? Alright, so this was the last question of this session today. And make sure that once I go, leave the comment that which session in the practice session you want to give. Okay. Which session in the practice session, like the next tomorrow, 10 to 11, which chapter I should pick. Please do let me know in the chat box, because if I pick on my own, maybe that will not be useful for you in the current recent scenario. Okay. All right. Chalo. So this is